So my name is Greg Sorozan. I am the Massachusetts State Coordinator for the Healthy Workplace Bill. In this session, it's House 2310, Senate 916. I am also a president of SEIU NAGE, Local 282. It's a local union of over 4,000 members. I am involved, or have been involved, in the area of workplace bullying for well over 7 years now, with personal experience in having been bullied some years prior to this. My involvement was in getting the bill language introduced, prepping our people who were speaking about their experiences before the legislature, and then talking with legislators and our lobbyists that are helping to move the legislation. So I'm sort of bird dogging legislation and making sure that it progresses as smoothly as possible through the legislature and the various committees that look at it. In this most recent legislative session, we had introduced it again, and we've been very, very successful in moving it through to the House floor for a vote. And I'm hoping that in the next week or so, we're going to be having a vote moving it through to the Senate side. There's an outside chance that we may be able to get this thing passed this year, which would be a record. I would love to see Massachusetts be the first state in the country to pass the Healthy Workplace Bill. Getting a bill passed into law is an arduous process. Common law on this whole thing is that it takes generally no less than 3 years to get a bill passed. It has to go first in Massachusetts, the way that the bills are structured, or the process is structured. There are a lot of joint committees, so that cuts down on time quite considerably. The legislature has worked out some pretty good processes for hearing bills jointly, while retaining a lot of control over amendments to the bill and making some changes or tweaking in the language. So it has to first basically go through the House, then it goes to the Senate, then it goes back to a joint committee for their comments and approval, and then from there, passage to the governor. Now, anywhere along those lines, it can be waylaid by a committee or Ways and Means. So it's not always a clear-cut process. We've been very, very fortunate to have the support of people who do this for a living to help to get the bill moved through the legislature. This last time around, it was sponsored by Ellen Story and Senator Catherine Clark. So we have House sponsorship, Senate sponsorship, and we have 9 additional co-sponsors that signed on to the bill. We started off with approximately 20 people who were very much wanting to get the Healthy Workplace Bill into law that day. And through our efforts and Facebook account and webpage, been able to grow that number of mass healthy workplace advocates from about 20 to about 3,000 in about 3 years. This is phenomenal, and it really speaks to the numbers of people in the general population who have been mistreated badly at work and who are looking for remedies to this sort of thing so that their workplaces and their children's workplaces will be different from how they've been historically. We want to have people engaged, and they can do that in any number of ways. We've outlined a number of topics that they can become involved with on our webpage. They can join various subcommittees. They can do Facebook postings and spread the word that way. They can spread the word to their colleagues at work. They can write directly to their legislators and senators. They can be involved in different actions that we've had planned throughout the years. All of this is aiming at a point where we get to have a critical tipping point in the general population, where people basically say to their legislators, "We want this bill. We want this to happen. The time is now. Let's make it happen." So regular workers throughout the years have suffered at the hands of people who got ahead over the broken backs of other people. And we really need to stop that practice and all look at ourselves and look to see what we can do differently to change this. You don't go to work expecting to be bullied. You go to work to work. to do the job you were hired for. That's what this bill is all about.